Hello, this is Dr. Bad Vibes, and I have a news update, an update to an old story that was hilarious. And I'm not going to belabor the whole thing. You may remember it. I'll put the video somewhere here and link it if you haven't seen it or don't remember it. But this was the lady who thought Mountain Dew could erase crime scene evidence, specifically DNA. So let's see what happened. Spoilers, it didn't work. So you may remember the story, the woman who took out her roommate and was covered in his DNA, not in the hilarious way, but in the horrific way. And she thought that dousing herself with Mountain Dew would erase the evidence. We'll summarize it a little bit. So she got sentenced. That's the big update. So this was in Florida. Shocker. Spoiler. Florida would be crazy. A woman will spend decades in prison after she took out her elderly roommate and poured Mountain Dew on herself in an attempt to destroy evidence. So the gist of it was police responded to a call at a fire at a residence back in July of last year. And when they arrived, they found a deceased 79-year-old man on the second floor of the burning home with signs of blunt force trauma and stab wounds, probably not caused by the fire. And the police also found a bloody knife and 2 cell phones near the victim's body, which belonged to the man's roommate, the 37-year-old woman in question here, and who was not in the area when the officers arrived. So the officers later found her 3 a.m. walking without shoes near a restaurant, holding a knife and hammer. What says innocent more than that? The officer that found her said that she had blood on her leg and on her shirt, which was ripped. Innocent until proven guilty. So police asked where she lived and if she knew the victim, and she said she'd been homeless for 4 years and did not know the man. However, she eventually admitted that she did know him and lived with him for a short time, but she did not see him often, at which she also admitted she was not homeless. So she's like, I'm homeless and don't know the guy. Well, actually, no, I'm not, and I live with the guy, and he's my boyfriend. Sorry, I get confused. Questions confuse me. I didn't know. Anyways, she was taken into custody for more questioning, and said that she had never entered the victim's room before, but occasionally went to the second floor to feed her spiders, per authorities. I do not remember that fact. If you have pet spiders, you know, you might be up to some stuff. Just saying, you know, unless you're really cool with them. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the spiders are writing really nice things about her in the door frame. When officers told her that they were going to take a DNA sample from her, she asked for a Diet Mountain Dew. They gave it to her, but she began to procrastinate while drinking the soda until a detective eventually tried to take it away from her, which, okay, don't take away my Mountain Dew. I'd be upset too. So she began to resist and began pouring the can of soda all over her body and hair and pulling away from the officers in an attempt to interfere with the possible evidence on her body, said a probable cause affidavit obtained by Law and Crime. That is such a wild website, by the way, the stuff that they report on and find. Anyways, she then began pulling and kicking officers while trying to secure her in the vehicle, and due to her actions, she was charged with tampering with evidence and resisting violence. So yes, she was quite the live wire that realized what was going on, and it became code red, and she tried to Baja Blast the evidence off herself in hopes of making the case go pitch black. Those are the only flavors I know off the top of my head. I'm not going to look more up. Haha, get it. Anyways, so yeah, they found a positive match between the DNA on the knife near the victim's body and the DNA they recovered from her. Shock. Super shock. She pled no contest to second-degree unaliving, resisting with violence, arson of a dwelling, and tampering with physical evidence. And she was sentenced to 35 years in prison, the minimum for her charges. I mean, honestly, is the minimum enough? I mean, okay, all right, let's go back. So she did have pet spiders. I feel like that should be like at least a consideration. And, you know, trying to immediately tamper with the evidence, blah, 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 whatever. I mean, sounds like they took care of it. She's going away. You know, justice for the guy. But I mean, things like this shouldn't happen. It's not cool. It's not fair. He probably, I mean, honestly, the guy probably was, 79 years old, taking in a 35-year-old, probably an older guy, probably felt sorry for her and thought he was doing a good thing, you know, doing a good deed, or I don't know, maybe he thought he was going to get some free fun. out of it. Who knows what was going on? But either way, I mean, he opened up his door to her, and she opened up a bottle of Mountain Dew after she unsheathed the knife on him. So not cool. I don't have any sympathy for her. I mean, you know, what do you all think? Is 35 years enough? I mean, I feel like I don't know all the facts. It was at least second degree. I mean, there's probably at least some bit of premeditation if it's somebody you lived with. And either way, if you take somebody out, you probably just need to be done and just go away. And hopefully she's gone for a long time and can think about what she did and try to further hypothesize on what you can do with Mountain Dew. That being said, they do make alcoholic Mountain Dew now, and that's hilarious. I tried some because I thought it was funny. It's actually pretty good. So sugar free. If you see that, hey, sponsor me Mountain Dew. Do the do.